What's going on, guys? It's TMoney. I'm back again. It's been a really long time. I believe my last video was in November or something of 2018. I've just been extremely busy throughout this year. I've had a lot of good stuff happen to me, and I'll get to that, and a lot of bad stuff that's happened to me as well. This is going to be kind of a long video. It's update you on what's happened within these last few months, and a lot of stuff that happened. It's just gonna kind of go off the top of my head, and we'll see where it leads to. I feel like this video is gonna be long, so to put it basic for those who don't really want to watch it all, I don't know how much I'll be continuing uploading on the channel. I'll try my best, but I just barely graduated high school. I'm going to college, where I'm gonna be, a lot more busy. Might have time to actually make videos too. I mean, we'll see. I just want this video to be out there, update the few viewers who really care. I'm just kidding, but honestly, I just know that there are some people who have been wondering what's happened to me, and some who do know what's happened, and I'll just address it here. I'll try to not drag this out too long, but there's a lot to discuss. So like I said before, I just barely graduated from my senior year. It's summertime right now. Senior year was really busy for me. Had a lot of hard classes and a lot of extracurricular stuff as well. A lot of good, and then I had a lot of stuff going on at home. And, as you can see right now, I'm at a totally different place, and we'll get to that probably towards the end of the video. But yeah, I'm just at a new place right now, and I'm actually going to be going to college soon, so that will be another place entirely too, but we'll get to all that soon. We're gonna just start off with the bad that's happened throughout this time, and kind of why I was unable to make any videos recently. I mean, besides that one Noah video, which took me like only a few minutes to edit, and I also said that I was gonna do an update video, so I'm kind of rambling, and I'm sorry about that. It's all coming from the top of my head. We're gonna start off with the bad stuff that's happened. It's stuff that you probably wouldn't expect, and honestly I never would have thought would happen in my life either, but let's just get to it. And I have some notes, so a lot has changed. I made my last video before the Noah one was I think it was like a reaction to one of a rapper's video or something, and everything with YouTube seemed to be going good. I had better internet, so I was able to stream more, and I was able to talk to friends, and we had a lot of plans going, and then basically things with school and home seemed to be alright. I thought everything was going well, and then in November, it was on a Sunday, and I'm not really gonna get too much into it, but basically one night two guys, armed, one with a gun, one with a knife, broke down my door when I was in my living room on my computer, and they robbed us. And honestly, I thought I was gonna die. I had a gun right put to my head, and I'm just very lucky that I'm still alive to this day. And as you can tell, with that happening, I had to move as soon as possible, and I ended up staying with my Nana, who was just 5 minutes down the road. Me and my mom both moved there. It was a really difficult time for me, and let's just say I had a lot of support through some people, some of my friends, and my school and stuff. I also had a lot of issues with the way other people treated me throughout the situation, and it was definitely a really dark time for me, and I experienced a lot of trauma, and I just was not in a really good state of mind at that point, understandably so, and but once again, I'm just thankful that I made it out alive, and that I'm here to tell the tale, I guess. I've learned a lot throughout that experience, and kind of what my motives and plans are for my future, and what I would do when I eventually have a family. It's definitely a very difficult subject to talk about with me, but I'm not going to dive into it all, but that's the main reason why I wasn't really able to be around really at all. And when I did move to my Nana's, she did not have the internet that we used to have, and because it was even more in the middle of nowhere than where I used to live, so I was barely even able to upload anything really, even pictures. It was difficult. I've had more stuff happen, more family drama throughout all that, and the back half of 2018 was probably some of the worst stuff I've experienced in my life, and I've dealt with a lot of stuff, honestly, but that definitely is up there. After that, you know, we went back to school. I completed my my first semester. I did my capstone, which was the big thing of the year for us seniors, and I hung out with friends, and they helped me get through it all. 2019, I've actually had a lot of good things happened. One thing I do actually have to say and give a shout out to, I don't think he watches my videos, but my cousin Zephyr, he was a freshman, so he's like 3 years younger or something like that to me, and him and his dad, they allowed me to stay over at their house many times because they lived closer to the school than where I lived. It was basically a 40-minute drive compared to like a less than 5-minute drive. And he's just a really, really awesome guy. He has a meme page on Instagram. Maybe I can link that below. But you know, I shout out to Zephyr and to his family. They helped me out through a lot. Also, at one point it was a exchange thing with the school, but we had someone from Japan stay at his house. His name was Kimmy. It's really cool to, you know, meet people from the other side of the world. After that, though, I'll bring it to my biggest news. I went to Africa in February, and that was probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Junior year, I applied for a scholarship through my school, and I ended up winning it. I found out like in the summer or something, last summer. So then after I was able to choose to go on a service trip, I ended up going to Ghana, and it was incredible. I have lots and lots of pictures, lots of videos, and I'll probably put in a few like right now. I definitely have a lot more. If you guys are really interested in that, you want me to upload more videos of it, I definitely will. All the people there were super nice, and it was really, really hot, especially since it was February and I was used to New England weather, and it was freezing over here, so I actually really enjoyed being in a warmer area. It was a bit too hot. We did a lot of stuff. We basically came there to help out of school, so I taught 6th grade and 1st grade, I think, also just a lot of other stuff. Made lots of new friends, made connections with the teachers and other people who were around there. We visited a lot of sites. First we were in Techuma, which is like in the middle of the country. Later on we went to Cape Coast, which was a lot more tropical. We went there and we visited some swimming places. We visited a castle down there. Basically every day I wrote a journal entry, and it was just incredible. The experience I had, very, very thankful. I feel really blessed that I was able to even have that opportunity. I'd like to take what I learned from that experience and put it into other stuff for the future. I'd love to go traveling again. That was the first time I was out of North America. Been to Canada one time when I was younger, but you know, being in Africa is way different than anything else I've ever experienced. Coming back to America though, I was super, super jet lagged. Our flight actually got delayed by one day. I was excited, but other people weren't. We left February 14th, and then we got back March 6th, I believe, so it was about 3 weeks. We came back on a Wednesday, like seconds before school ended, so we didn't have to go to any classes, and then I said like hi to everyone who was around and stuff. I had to go to school on Thursday, and then Friday I had a robotics competition because I'm in robotics club at my high school. So I believe like it was like in the middle of Friday. We had to get our stuff, pack it, and then we went to Massachusetts. I forgot exactly where we competed, but It was a long bus ride. We were basically like busy the entire 3 days from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I was beat. I almost passed out a few times, and a lot of my friends could even rep for that. And then we had another competition in April. Yeah, that was in early March, and then we had one in April, which was in Maine. And we actually ended up winning the Massachusetts one. We were in the first alliance. Not many people probably know this, but we were in First Robotics, which is an organization where basically we compete and stuff. I'll put up some videos and maybe some links of stuff, but to put it in basic terms, there were 3 teams who were in one alliance, and we had to face 3 other teams, and that's how the competition goes. And at the end, we were chosen by a team that consisted of 2, that's 3 in total, so including us. And we ended up winning, our alliance ended up winning, us and 2 others ended up getting in first place, and we got an award. We were kind of carried by them, but it was still an awesome experience, and we did pretty well at the other one. And then I believe we had another competition, but I was so busy because I missed a lot of schoolwork between missing 3 weeks in Africa and then more days of robotics, and then I was really behind in classes, so it was really stressful, and I had to stay for our 3rd competition, even though our instructor really wanted me to go because I was a senior. But you know, I still had a good time. I made a lot of friends through that, and actually I've met people through other teams who ended up being my friends, and one of them I'm actually going to college with pretty soon. He's a year older, but shout out to him. In between that too, I actually went to a college tour. I was picking between a few colleges. It was really stressful time. I was looking at, I want to go to this one, price, the academics, and which one's better for me. One has more connections, one doesn't. And I ended up going with the Wentworth Institute of Technology down in Boston. It's actually near Fenway Park. That's the one I ended up going with, and I have a lot of connections down there. Yeah, it's going to be really good. I'm going to be majoring in mechanical engineering. But yeah, I'm really excited for college. I know it's going to be very stressful, it's going to be a lot of work and stuff. I also believe it's going to help me out a lot. I've been needing a little bit of independence, and also living in a more city area is I think going to be really good for me. It's not been the greatest living in the middle of nowhere for so long in my life, so I'm actually pretty excited for that. It's going to be good to have a lot of friends there and be more social than I was before. I had my 18th birthday, so I'm 18 now, and that was really fun. I don't have a video like I used to. I don't really plan to do that anymore, but I hung out with a lot of friends, and it was really fun. And then I also got my wisdom teeth out before I turned 18 because my insurance would cover it if I did. So yeah, I had to deal with that pain. I'm glad that it's over with, basically. Then we had, finals and stuff, and I was worried about that. I did good in some classes, not too good on others, but I still made honors, which I'm pretty proud of. We had prom. Prom was pretty fun. I didn't have a date because, let's just say that I haven't had a lot of good luck with the girls around my area, and I think that's something I can wait for college for. And so I just ended up going with some friends, and we had a really good time. We went to Mount Washington. It was very beautiful, and we had a really good time. It finally ended up to graduation, which was in early June, and somehow I was able to have all my family there. I was able to have all 4 of my grandparents, both sides, my mom's and dad's sides. So like my grandparents on my mom's side, they're both they've been divorced for like even before I was born, and then on my dad's side, they've been divorced for a while, and I've actually never like really seen them all those 4 together at one time, and so that was really cool. And then of course my mom was there, which I expected, but my dad actually came, and like I think I've mentioned before, my dad hasn't really been in my life for too much, and my parents never got married, but I was extremely happy to see him there, and he was very proud of me, and it was definitely a good feeling to know that I finally made it through high school and through school itself, and now I'm a graduate. After graduation, I ended up leaving where we were living with my mom and my Nana. I ended up moving with my Grammy, my dad's mother, and I'm very grateful because basically I needed to get out of the area for reasons, after the robbery, I just didn't really feel comfortable in that area, and I kind of need some new fresh experience, a fresh start, and so I was able to get a job. I'm working at Walmart right now. I only have a few more weeks left because I'm going to college soon, but it's been good. And I just know that it's temporary, and I'm just gonna make the most of it. It's been awesome living around here because I'm 2 hours away from where I used to live, but here I'm actually close to a lot of my dad's side, who I don't usually get to see that much, maybe a few times a year. So I've actually been able to connect more with them, and it's been awesome. It's really been awesome, and plus I've had better internet. I'm very grateful for my Grammy and my step-grandfather for letting me stay. It's been nice. So that's the point where I'm at now, and beyond that, it's been over a year since Fresh Starts came out. I still have a lot of friends who really dig that song, and I want to do more raps in the future. I had a project that I was working on, but I'm not sure what the outcome of that will be, mainly because of my producer and since I've moved and kind of lack of communication. I'm unsure where that project will lead, but we're also, who knows what will happen in college. Maybe I can find someone like that who will help me out. I was very pleased with the product I made. I know not everyone liked it, but I had a lot of friends who really did enjoy it, and I'd like to do more and stick with my TMoney name. I have a lot of stories to discuss and ideas to bring up, and not have to mumble about it. And I also just want to say I don't really think I'm that talented. I'm not one who will be there to boast, but I also want to put out something that my friends will enjoy, or what others can kind of look to. And the last thing that I'll mention is in the summer, just a few weeks ago actually, I ended up seeing Snoop Dogg, and yeah, we went to a concert in Guilford, New Hampshire, and Snoop Dogg came to New Hampshire, which I thought was funny as hell, but I've only been to one concert before that, but this definitely was one of the best things I've ever been to. Snoop Dogg's just classic and a legend really in my eyes, and very, very awesome to see one of my favorite artists, perform. It was cool too because he had Ice-T there as well, who's like really, really old school, like he's 60 something now. He was like one of the first people who did West Coast gangster rap, and he was funny as hell. Ice-T was there, and then Warren G, who's made Regulate and a few other classics as well. He was really good as well. And then I'll just put in this clip right now, which warning right now, I kind of scream a little bit, pretty loud, and I lost my voice because of that, but I just did not see this coming.
Now I want to know if I can bring out one of my nephews. Can I bring out one of my nephews? Nephew, where you at, man? Come on out here, man. Do something for these motherfuckers one time. Make me feel like I'm at home. Yeah. Regulate. Join the Lucas in the...
Oh my God!
Take back what I say. If I say it, on my Grammy.
Snoop Dogg brought out Warren. And Jordan Lucas! What's wrong with you? Why are you screaming like girl?
I ain't got too much to lose. Y'all they eating long enough. It's my turn to cut the food. Pass the plate. With my drink. This my take. Good. Like you. Y'all gotta move.
Y'all gotta move. Y'all gotta move.
Give me some room. Give me some room. Give me some room.
So yeah, Snoop Dogg basically brought out Joyner Lucas. Some of you might know, some of you might not. He's definitely one of my favorite artists of this generation. You know, he's made I'm Sorry, he's made I'm Not Racist, he's made Devil's Work, a lot of Frozen, a lot of songs that not a lot of people put out about, a lot of heavy topics, and he does it in such a way which it captures you in that story. I think he's one of the best rappers out there in this generation, and I just can't believe I was able to see him. I never would have thought I'd be able to see him, especially in New Hampshire, out of all places. And like I said before, Snoop Dogg and the rest of them, they were just so amazing, and I'm like, I just can't believe it even happened. And yeah, other than that, you know, that kind of coincides with all my rap stuff as well. You know, he's definitely an inspiration, and I'd like to, you know, put out my own thing. Alright, sorry to cut off the original video, but I had a terrible outro, and I'm just gonna redo it. I recorded this all the way back in August, and now it's almost November. I'd say college has taken up all my time, but I've also just been lazy with editing. I am sorry that I disappeared for about a year and didn't say anything about it, but as you've heard, a lot has happened. Currently though, I'm in a much better place. College has been treating me great, but I've also been busy at the same time. I have no idea when I will upload again, but I hope I'll make a video once in a while or stream at some point. The internet here is actually way better than my old one, miles better. And a quick side note, I also won an Elgato capture card from Battlefront Updates. Here's a picture right now. But I haven't used it yet, and I plan to at some point, you know. I left out a ton in the video. As you've seen, if you watched it all the way through, it was already long enough, and honestly, a lot of people have probably already stopped watching at this point. But I'm definitely doing way better than I was before, and life's been treating me good. I hope the best for all of you, my subscribers, viewers, and friends. A lot of stuff that I discussed was very heavy for me to bring up, but I am glad that I got off my chest. I'll upload again at some point, but of course, college takes priority. Well, I'm going to conclude it here. I hope you guys have a great day or night, or whatever time it is, and I hope to see you later. Goodbye, and God bless.